Gentlemen, welcome. Today, we're diving into a topic that will not only transform the way you approach relationships, but also empower you to become the man you were always meant to be. This isn't about playing games or seeking revenge. It's about mastering yourself, your emotions, and your purpose. It's about becoming the kind of man who commands respect, not because he demands it, but because he deserves it. Think about it. How many times have you felt unappreciated, overlooked, or taken for granted? How often have you poured your energy into someone who didn't value it? This video is for every man who's ever felt that sting of rejection, that ache of being undervalued. It's for the man who's ready to turn his pain into power, his setbacks into stepping stones, and his heartbreak into a life of unshakable purpose. In the next few minutes, we'll explore 5 powerful chapters that will teach you how to master emotional control, become irreplaceable, harness the power of your absence, and build a life so compelling that she'll regret ever letting you go. This isn't about making her chase you. It's about becoming the kind of man she can't afford to lose. So if you're ready to level up, grab a notebook, sit back, and let's get started. And don't forget to hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications, because this is the kind of content that every man needs to hear. Let's spread this message far and wide, like, share, and let's empower men everywhere. Before we dive in, I want to hear from you. Comment below with one word that describes how you felt after a breakup or rejection. Let's build a community of men who are ready to grow, learn, and rise above. Number 1. Master emotional intelligence. Without it, you're at the mercy of your feelings, your impulses, and your circumstances. But with it, you become unstoppable. Emotional control isn't about suppressing your emotions. It's about understanding them, mastering them, and using them to your advantage. Stoicism teaches us that we can't control what happens to us, but we can control how we respond. When you master emotional control, you're no longer reactive. You don't lash out in anger, crumble in sadness, or beg for validation. Instead, you respond with clarity, composure, and confidence. So, how do you develop emotional control? Start by practicing self-awareness. Pay attention to your triggers, your patterns, and your emotional responses. When you feel yourself getting overwhelmed, take a step back. Breathe. Remind yourself that your emotions are temporary, but your actions have lasting consequences. Next, reframe your perspective. Instead of seeing rejection or heartbreak as a failure, see it as an opportunity for growth. Every challenge is a chance to practice virtue, to strengthen your character, and to become the man you were meant to be. Finally, focus on what you can control. You can't control how she feels or what she does, but you can control how you show up in the world. You can control your mindset, your actions, and your purpose. When you focus on these things, you'll find that your emotions no longer control you, you control them. Remember, gentlemen, emotional control is the cornerstone of power. It's what separates the boys from the men. And when you master it, you'll find that the pain of losing you hits her harder than you ever imagined. Number 2. Become the man she can't replace. When you're easily replaceable, it's not because of her, it's because of you. If you want her to feel the pain of losing you, you need to become the kind of man she can't replace. This isn't about being perfect. It's about being unique, authentic, and irreplaceable. Stoicism teaches us that our worth isn't determined by external validation. It's about understanding that true value comes from within. When you focus on becoming the best version of yourself, you naturally become someone who stands out. You become someone who's not just another option, you become the only option. So, how do you become irreplaceable? Start by cultivating your strengths. What are you naturally good at? What sets you apart from other men? Focus on honing those skills and using them to create value in the world. Next, develop your character. Be a man of integrity, honesty, and respect. Show up consistently, keep your word, and treat others with kindness. When you do this, you'll earn not just her respect, but the respect of everyone around you. Finally, live with purpose. A man without a purpose is easily replaceable. But a man who's driven, focused, and passionate about his goals is someone who's impossible to forget. When you live with purpose, you become magnetic. You become someone she can't afford to lose. Remember, gentlemen, becoming irreplaceable isn't about changing who you are. It's about embracing who you are and becoming the best version of yourself. And when you do that, the pain of losing you will hit her harder than she ever expected. Number 3. Let's talk about the power of absence. One of the most powerful tools in your arsenal is your absence. When you disappear, you create space for her to think, to reflect, and to feel the weight of your absence. This isn't about playing games. It's about understanding the psychological impact of your presence and your absence. Stoicism teaches us that silence and absence are forms of strength. When you remove yourself from the equation, you're not running away, you're reclaiming your power. You're showing her that your time, energy, and attention are valuable. And when she realizes that she can't access those things, she'll start to feel the pain of losing you. So, how do you use your absence effectively? First, don't disappear out of spite or anger. Do it with intention. Let her know that you're focusing on yourself, your goals, and your purpose. When you do this, you're not ignoring her, you're prioritizing yourself. Next, stay consistent. Don't break your absence by reaching out or checking in. Let her feel the full impact of your absence. When you do this, you're teaching her that you're not someone she can take for granted. Finally, use your absence to grow. Focus on becoming the best version of yourself. When you do this, you'll not only become more attractive, you'll also become more confident, more focused, and more in control of your life. Remember, gentlemen, your absence is a statement. It's a way of saying, I value myself enough to walk away. And when you do that, the pain of losing you will hit her harder than she ever imagined. Number 4. Turn pain into power and purpose. Pain is inevitable, but suffering is optional. When you experience heartbreak or rejection, you have a choice. You can let it destroy you, or you can use it to fuel your growth. This chapter is about turning your pain into power and purpose. Stoicism teaches us that challenges are opportunities for growth. When you experience pain, it's a chance to practice resilience, to strengthen your character, and to become the man you were meant to be. So, how do you turn pain into power? Start by reframing your perspective. Instead of seeing your pain as a setback, see it as a setup for something greater. Every challenge is a chance to learn, to grow, and to become stronger. Next, channel your pain into action. Use it as fuel to pursue your goals, to build your confidence, and to create a life that excites you. When you do this, you're not just healing, you're thriving. Finally, focus on your purpose. A man with a purpose is unstoppable. When you're driven by something greater than yourself, your pain becomes insignificant. It becomes a stepping stone on your path to greatness. Remember, gentlemen, pain is temporary, but the lessons you learn from it are permanent. When you turn your pain into power and purpose, you become unstoppable. And when you do that, the pain of losing you will hit her harder than she ever imagined. Finally, build a life she'll regret losing. The ultimate revenge is success. When you build a life so compelling that she can't help but regret losing you, you're not just winning, you're thriving. This chapter is about creating a life that's so full of purpose, passion, and joy that her regret becomes inevitable. Stoicism teaches us that our happiness isn't dependent on external circumstances. It's about understanding that true fulfillment comes from within. When you focus on building a life that excites you, you become someone who's impossible to forget. So, how do you build a life she'll regret losing? Start by pursuing your passions. What lights you up? What makes you feel alive? Focus on those things and let them guide your actions. Next, surround yourself with positivity. Build a community of people who uplift you, inspire you, and challenge you to grow. When you do this, you'll find that your life becomes richer, fuller, and more meaningful. Finally, live with intention. Every day, ask yourself, am I living in alignment with my values? Am I pursuing my purpose? Am I becoming the man I was meant to be? When you live with intention, you create a life that's not just impressive, it's inspiring. Remember, gentlemen, the best revenge is a life well lived. When you build a life she'll regret losing, you're not just proving her wrong, you're proving yourself right. And when you do that, the pain of losing you will hit her harder than she ever imagined. Gentlemen, we've covered a lot today. From mastering emotional control, to becoming irreplaceable, to harnessing the power of your absence, to turning pain into power and purpose, and finally, building a life she'll regret losing. These are the tools that will transform the way you approach relationships and life. Remember, this isn't about making her chase you. It's about becoming the kind of man she can't afford to lose. It's about living with purpose, passion, and unshakable confidence. So, take these lessons to heart. Apply them in your life. And don't forget to share this video with every man you know. Together, we can spread this message and empower men everywhere to live with confidence, clarity, and purpose. If you found this video valuable, hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and turn on notifications. This is just the beginning. There's so much more to come. Until next time, stay strong, stay focused, and remember, the pain of losing you will hit her hard if you just do this.